Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a quick first impression of the Redwing Iron Ranger. I've been absent for a few minutes, been very busy completing some of the projects, but we are back. Today we have these ones, the Redwing Iron Ranger traction tread. This is the bastard child between an Iron Ranger and A75 Mokto. This was the prince that was promised. When this boot was announced, a lot of people was excited because we have seen this before. A lot of people have their original Iron Rangers, and when they need resole, a lot of people put traction tread because, let's be honest, a lot of people like me, they're fans of this type of sole. So when Redwing announced that he was gonna do this by themselves, we can get them like that at the store. A lot of people got excited. You're gonna get the traction tread, and then you're gonna get the Iron Ranger. I mean, what else can you ask for? And then they give us like a little surprise, and they give us the Iron Ranger in the Oro Legacy color. For me, is the best color the Redwing has. So we were excited. Now, the whole point of this video is, do I recommend these boots? I'm saying that this is a first impression, and the boot is actually used. And I'm saying first impression because I'm using this boot as a work boot. This boot has to get into the point. So this boot has to get into the point of this boot. This is 3 years working with this boot. And this one have to get into that point. Probably not exactly that point, but probably in the 8 months I will have a really good idea of what this boot is gonna be all about. So then I can make a full review. That's why this is just first impressions. Now, if we're talking about casual use of the boot, you're just gonna have it in your collection. It's like your wife's collection of shoes that you're just gonna wear once a month and to look pretty around the town. Then consider this a full review. These things are beautiful as boots. They're really good looking. Like I said, this one has the Oro Legacy color. Like I said, these ones come in the Oro Legacy color. This is the most beautiful color the Redwing has on their stash. Type of leathers. It's a bunch of different type of leathers, including the Iron Ranger and the Mokto. Every season they come up with new colors and they come up with some pretty cool stuff, but this is one of the ones that always stays. Brown color it's not bad, but doesn't have anything special going for it. I saw in the store. I actually the first time I saw these ones was in the brown color, and I wasn't impressed. I went there, saw the boots, I grabbed them, and I was like, I asked for this color. The guy didn't have it, so I was like, okay, cool. And then later down the road, I went to another Redwing store, and they did have these ones on display, and I fall in love with these boots. So they're pretty awesome. The silhouette of the Iron Ranger with the traction tread, and then the combination of the color. This is a pretty good looking boot. So that's why I say, if you're wearing these boots casually, don't listen to all the hate that they get on the internet, because Redwing decided to change some of the materials inside of the boot. Like the insole and the first model of this one, when it came out, I think it came out like 2 years ago. Inside, one of the things that I want to clarify, because a lot of people still believe that it comes like that. Inside that inner lining that you can see there, this one over here. So that inner lining in the beginning was like a kind of like a mesh tennis shoe material interior, like an inlining. I did saw that when the boots were presented on Rose Handbill channel and Stratwise. So the new ones, I'm pretty sure they don't come like that anymore. They have the canvas inliner like the original Iron Ranger. So the only thing they actually changed is the leather sole. The insole used to be a full-on leather slab like the N75s. This one don't have that. This one have like a composite, have like a couple layers. I think it's like a thin layer of leather, and then there's some other synthetic materials just to make a little bit squishy. To be honest, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but if you're coming from the world of sneakers and you're used to wearing your Jordans and you're used to wearing all that type of shoes, anything that can help you ease into a pair of boots, it was gonna help. So I think from that point of view, I don't blame Redwing. Most of these shoes are, I hate to say this, but most of their shoes are pointed towards fashion and casual wear. So if you're using these shoes as casual shoes, I totally recommend them. I don't see how you're gonna be able to destroy these boots compared to any other shoes that you had before. I use these boots for work, so that's why I'm saying this is not a full review. I'm gonna do a full review when it's 6 months in advance. So first impressions, like all Redwing shoes, is they're perfectly made. They don't have any imperfections. They have all the threads are perfect. They don't have loose threads. All the leather panels are nice. They don't have defects. They're finished pretty good. You don't see like one of the boots is crooked and the other one is not, or one of the boots is bigger than the other one, or the leather panel is coming off, or anything like that. It's Redwing. It's been doing this forever. They know how to mass produce boots of quality boots. So I don't see any problem with that. The decision that they took for the materials inside the boots, then I was gonna talk about that when I actually wear the boots, use them, and then if the insoles start falling apart, I start having big problems with that, then I can say, okay, maybe they did screw up with that. But for what I've been doing, it's been 2 weeks now. Like you see, the boot is being scratched up and beat up a little bit. I don't destroy boots. I'm not gonna claim that I'm really hard on boots, but I wear boots for work, and I like this style. I like this traction tread. That's why I wear the A75s instead of my whites for what I do. I like my boots a lot when they have a cap toe. So that's why I went with these ones, and we'll see how they hold on. If they hold on, good. If they don't hold on, when I don't buy them again, or at least not for work. In the breaking situation, now I'm talking here from a point of ignorance because I never owned a pair of Iron Rangers before. My knowledge of Redwing shoes has been A75s and loggers. And I stopped wearing the loggers because those ones, they actually went really low in quality for the price. So that's why I don't wear it anymore. I actually think A75s are better quality than the loggers. So in compared to the A75s, my most difficult place to break in the boot is in here where the boot bend. There, this is my hardest point to break in. And the mock toe, it has to do too with the fact that you have the actual moccasin toe here. You have the stitching. You have, when these ones are all beat up, but when there's new, it's basically the flat walls over here, and then you have flat piece of leather on the top. So you have to kind of force that to bend in and work your way to it. And in these ones, you don't have that. In these ones, you have your cap toe, and then you have a nice smooth big piece of leather. And this one, because of the cap toe, your toe box is bigger. I did notice that immediately. They're both the same size, both the same number, they're both 9, but this one is slightly bigger. And just because of that, when my feet bend, you can see there, it bends perfectly where it's supposed to bend. Where in these ones, if you see how it bends, it kind of like bends over here, and bends over there, just to kind of like try to make the shoe bend properly. So I don't know if it's because of the actual design of the shoe, like it's a different type of last, or it's because of the decisions that Redwing took them with the materials. But the breaking period for me in these ones was really easy. I didn't have even one day that like my first day that I wore them for work, I took these ones with me just to make sure that I was gonna be able to make the day, but I didn't need them. I'm not gonna say it was a walk in the park, but it was a pretty easy day. I came home, I was glad to take the boots off, but at the end of the day, 2-3 days, and they were pretty much done. Like they were completely breaking. They're not as comfortable as this one, clearly, because these ones, they're completely destroyed, but they're pretty comfortable boot. So let me know in the comments. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that there's an Iron Ranger last, or it is because of the choice of the materials. So if you own regular Iron Rangers and regular 875s, let me know your experience so I can learn a little bit more about it. For first impressions, that's gonna be it. If you choose to buy this one, go with the Oro Legacy color. I really recommend it. It's really good. Like, it looks really good. They're really comfortable. They're $350, so they're kind of like a little bit up there in price. They're like creeping up in price with some of the higher end boots, but I'm still think they're worth it. So they're $350. I think this model is the 8089, I think it is. And the brown one is the 8088, but don't get that brown one. They're disgusting. Get these ones. Don't follow the hate online. They don't know what you're talking about. If they haven't used the boot, if they haven't wear for more than 2 hours, don't listen to them. Basically, that's all I have to say about that. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and I see you in the next one.